How many times have you reached for your smartphone just in the past hour? It's a question that might make you pause and think. Our smartphones have become extensions of ourselves, multifunctional tools that have infiltrated every corner of our daily lives. They are our personal assistants, our news sources, our entertainment outlets, our banks, and our navigation systems. They connect us to the world and to each other through calls, messages, social media, and more. They've become so integrated into our lives that they're often the first thing we reach for in the morning and the last thing we put down at night. The mere thought of leaving home without this pocket-sized powerhouse can induce a wave of anxiety in many of us. We've become so accustomed to the convenience and connection they provide. So we have to ask ourselves, could we survive a day without our trusty smartphones? Take a moment to think back to a time before smartphones ever existed. Now that's a throwback. It was a simpler world, a world where the sound of a ringing landline was the precursor to a conversation, not an annoyance. Where missing a call meant waiting for the next one, not scrolling through a list of missed calls. We navigated our world with paper maps, the thrill of discovery coming with each turn of the page. There was a sense of adventure, a sense of mystery, a sense of being a part of the world around you, not just an observer through a screen. Our mail was physical, held in our hands, a tangible connection to the person on the other side. We waited for letters with anticipation, each one a surprise, a gift. The joy of receiving a letter was as much about the weight as it was about the message inside. Communication was direct, face-to-face. We saw emotions, not emojis. We heard laughter, not LOLs. We experienced moments, not just captured them. And those moments were ours, not shared with a world of strangers. We found joy in unplugged experiences, in the beauty of a sunset not viewed through a lens, in the thrill of a conversation not interrupted by a notification, in the peace of a moment not captured for posterity, but lived for the present. It's strange to think that we once lived without these devices, isn't it? Fast forward to today, and it's hard to imagine life without a smartphone in hand. These pocket-sized powerhouses have revolutionized our lives, bringing about a sea change in the ways we communicate, work, and play. From the moment we wake up, our smartphones serve as personal assistants, offering up the day's weather, news headlines, and even a gentle nudge when it's time to leave for work. They've streamlined tasks that once took hours into mere minutes. Need to transfer money, book a flight, or find the nearest sushi place? There's an app for that. Yet, as much as smartphones have simplified our lives, they've also complicated them. Screen addiction has become a real concern. Our devices, meant to connect us, often do the exact opposite, creating barriers in face-to-face communication. Instead of engaging in conversations at the dinner table, we're scrolling through social media feeds. Moreover, there's the issue of privacy. Every tap, swipe, and search is tracked, logged, and often sold to the highest bidder. Our smartphones know more about us than we do, a dystopian reality that's uncomfortably close to home. The smartphone revolution has brought us convenience, efficiency, and a world of information at our fingertips. But it's also brought about a host of unintended consequences. The question then becomes, have smartphones made our lives better or more complicated? What would happen if you went a day without your smartphone? Let's delve into this intriguing thought. Imagine, just for a day, unplugging from this digital leash. What could you gain from such an experiment? Well, for starters, it's likely you'd experience a significant increase in focus. Without the constant ping of notifications, your mind might find it easier to concentrate on the task at hand. You'd be astounded at how much more productive you could be. What about social interactions? There's something to be said about looking up from our screens and into the eyes of those around us. Without a smartphone in your hand, you might find yourself engaging in more meaningful and fulfilling conversations. Lastly, consider the liberation from the relentless barrage of information. A day-long respite from the digital world might be just what you need to hit the refresh button on your mental state. So, are you up for the challenge? Share your experiences in the comments below.